In a time before our time, rains of fire, titanic floods, and absolute darkness exterminated the living from the surface of the earth. All that was left were the scattered, petrified remains of those who once roamed the planet, and the real origins of humanity were fractured between theories and myths. However, magnificent remnants of our past kept being revealed over the centuries, achievements that suggest a forsaken people and nature, much more advanced and fantastical than our current doctrine could allow us to consider. Afflicted with amnesia, mankind searched to rebuild their world while making sense of the tragedy lived by our giant ancestors. But in the hope to avoid the next cataclysm, humans were destined to rekindle their limitless heroic spirit and secure a future of abundance rather than of cyclical damnation. The time has come for the living to discover once more the glory of our ascent, and to rely on our instinctive faith and senses over the boundaries of a fearful worldview. Join this lifelong quest for the truth, and welcome to Dragonlands, Planet Kai.
Episode 5, The Chilean Smaug of Huinay. Hello friends, and welcome to a new episode of Dragonlands Planet Kai, here at Dragonscape Mudfossils. Today we are taking you on an expedition to the Chilean Fjords, where we located a specimen that strongly resembles the fictional dragon Smaug from the Hobbit movies. This fossil represents another historical finding, since it reveals a significant link between popular science fiction productions and our ancient mythologies. After this video, many questions will arise, especially concerning how extensive the occult knowledge of our elites really is. Could the international movie industry be profiting from releasing real secret narratives as mere fantasy to our societies? And would the agenda behind this decision be therefore to cut us off completely from our true purpose and potential as brave, mighty humans, by indoctrinating us to reject anything beyond the limits of academic interest? Whatever their goals are, a point where both reality and fiction meet is that the human race has always been wary of reptilian creatures, given their dangerous predatory behavior. Few were the ones who ever managed to tame such ferocious creatures, a task more commonly observed among the legends of immortal gods. Mortal humans, when sufficiently skilled to survive a battle with these wrathful enemies, were granted eternal honor and inspired countless generations to match their greatness as their stories lived on through their people.
Who are you that would stand against me? Now that is a pity. What will you do now? Bowman, you are forsaken. No help will come.
Now's our chance! Go! Go! Hit the open water!
Is that your child? You cannot save him from the fire. He will burn.
Stay still, son. Stay still.
Tell me, wretch, how now shall you challenge me? You have nothing left but your death.
Pain, look at me. You look at me. Little to your left. That's it.
This scene exemplifies how the courage of one can defeat the most violent of evils. But the same cannot be said about our findings in this channel. A common arrow wouldn't suffice to slay the dragons we have shown to exist, and really nothing short of continental-sized humans or mythological gods could take a chance against such titans. So let us behold the real Smaug of Huinay, a finding that we hope can inspire many to change their perception of reality, which oftentimes can be much stranger than fiction. So as we come to this secluded area of the Chilean southern fjords, a massive creature quickly becomes visible at the center of the screen, with its head facing the left. We can also observe the dragon's neck forming the mountains just below the head, as well as the right wing forming the landmass that continues to the right, also forming the upper right island of Huequi. Moving closer towards the head, we can appreciate just how evident the draconian features of this specimen are, as we are able to discern its nostrils, the left eye socket, the lateral beard-like protrusions on its face, and the reptilian texture of the skin, most visible at the upper part of the head. The village of Huinay can be seen just left of the dragon's nose, a tract of land that belongs to the San Ignacio del Huinay Foundation and is inhabited by a few Chilean families and the researchers hosted at the research station. The name Huinay comes from ancient Native American languages such as the Quechua Huinay, meaning eternal. As we close up on the dragon's eye, a lake is revealed, further demonstrating the presence of water coming from the tear ducts of the creature. As we change our view to a more inclined perspective, the volume of the dragon composing the elevated terrains is even more noticeable. The same can be observed about the right wing of the Titan. A very relevant detail to our research can be noticed just above the right shoulder of the Huinay dragon, as the thermal baths of Cauelmo appear to spring from the body of the petrified giant reptile. This incredible coincidence seems to further demonstrate that the organic composition and physiological conditions of these decaying petrified creatures generate our wonderful ecosystems and biodiversity that we have so far interpreted through our human scale lenses, unaware of this whole other dimension of biogenesis. Let's look at the measurements of the Huinay Smaug. The head of the creature measures an astonishing 12,000 meters in length, or about 39,300 feet. The height of the head measures close to 5,600 meters, around 18,500 feet. We can approximate the full length of the body from the head to the tip of the tail to be in the 60,000 meter range, close to 206,000 feet. As for the wingspan, we can estimate it to be in the 65,000 meter range, about 218,000 feet. But one exciting detail about the Huinay dragon, or the Eternal Dragon, will definitely leave our viewers in shock. After a quick edit in Photoshop, enhancing the contrast and color balance of the specimen, an undeniable similarity to the dragon Smaug of the Hobbit movie series becomes apparent. Does this mean the production team of The Hobbit somehow had access to dragon references nearly identical to what real dragons were like? How could they arrive to a final result this close to a true petrified dragon? What are the odds their character designers did so by chance? Tell us what you think in the comment section of this video. Our guess is they were informed by occult sources that are aware of this and infinite other secrets kept from average civilians. As the curious researcher might be aware, many ultra-rich families and conglomerates admittedly own vast private collections of land and artifacts unrevealed to the public, as do religious institutions like the Roman Catholic Church. Many believe their libraries hold some of the lost knowledge of the ancient world, as well as revelations that could shatter our understanding of science, history, the laws of physics, and more. But the real-life Smaug wasn't the only discovery we made in the Chilean Fjords. As we were hovering over the lands of Huinay to make this video, another very visible dragon laying close to the area was identified. So as an extra finding, we present to you the Huequi dragon. Once the camera is positioned at the right angle, a full dragon becomes evident on screen. We can appreciate a complete head at the central area, the draconian spikes on the creature's back, and both the right and left wings fully extended over the island's terrain. At the top area, we can also notice the dragon's tail going into the waters. As we change the angle slightly, the dragon's head volume becomes even more visible, and we can see a thin river coming from the lower back of the creature, contouring its body all the way to the tip of the right wing and the mouth. As we zoom towards the eye socket area, we see again a lake located near where the tear ducts should be positioned. It starts to become apparent that these lakes and rivers are most likely originating from the body fluids of this titanic petrified dragon. And the same process of decomposition of giant beings might be the true responsible factor for the existence of our many known Great Lakes, rivers, and other diverse natural wonders. Looking at the measurements of the Huequi dragon, we see that the head of the creature measures 5,300 meters in length, or about 17,500 feet. The width of the head measures close to 4,400 meters, around 14,400 feet. We can approximate the full length of the body from the head to the tip of the tail to be in the 34,000 meter range, close to 111,000 feet. As for the wingspan, we can estimate it to be in the 25,500 meter range, about 84,000 feet. And with that we conclude our biogeological analysis of the Chilean Smaug of Huinay, as well as the analysis of its tinier neighbor, the Huequi dragon. We dedicate this finding to all curious dreamers who never cease to see the magic in life. Do not let anyone convince you there are no discoveries left to be made or mysteries to be solved, for nothing is further from the truth. Wherever you are and whoever you have been, there is always the possibility of change, improvement, and hope. And all it takes is for you to pursue your genuine intentions relentlessly. Find support in your ancestral human race, for you have never been alone, but instead there have been countless before you, and countless more will come, all sharing the same destiny, to recreate heaven on our earth. We were left with the blueprint of this paradise, as if it was a puzzle for us to figure out when our kind will be ready for the next level of existence. Well, here at Dragonscape Mudfossils, we say there is no better time than now to change a world in desperate need of healing. Let go of the systematic pain and fear and nurture the light within you. You will soon find out that this light connects us all, and once it is lit, there is no room left for darkness. The best of luck on your journey, friends, and until the next episode of Dragonlands Planet Kai, here at the Dragonscape Mudfossils channel.